What's going down? It's no noise, Z-Rex. It's been a while, like a week or so. Back, just working on some projects around the house, all that good stuff. Being dad, you know what it is. I figured out a little schedule I'm gonna do for the show. It's not gonna be a daily. This wasn't working out for me, but it is going to be 3 times a day. And the tentative schedule right now is going to be, as I've had a lot of people tell me, it's like, dude, you need to get on like a schedule, brother. And I'm like, oh yeah, you're right. Sometimes that's not my strongest suit. Anyway, so we're gonna have to. It's gonna be a little different, like every other week. So I'm thinking like, so this week it'll be like a Thursday and Fridays and Mondays, and then the following week it's going to be something like, and they're going to alternate every week because it's just kind of when I have my kid and stuff like that. And so I'm going to post this too on one of the next, excuse me, on one of the next videos as well. But tentatively, it's going to be like Thursday, Friday, and Mondays, like this week, and then next week it'll flip to. Oh, what is it? Let me trying to think here. It'll be Monday, Tuesdays, and Fridays, I think is where I'm at right now. It'll be something like that. I'm shooting for about 3 days a week, and they will be kind of off days, but I'll post that here soon. Anyway, let's get into price action. There's been plenty of it. Lots to talk about. Let's start with market cap because we haven't talked about that in a while. We are down quite a bit, almost $1 trillion from the high. Not quite. We had a little bit of a bounce yesterday, but pretty nasty selling here. But we are just coming right here to the 200, so that's interesting. We do have the shorter EMAs pressing, getting bearish, but I don't like to get too bearish or bullish if it's the other way around when you've got the 200 right beneath it. That generally isn't the best signal that you can see. We've talked about that a lot on the channel. Here's another example back then. You know, it got squeezed, squeezed, squeezed. Eventually, it did break below it, but, you know, sometimes you do just get some fake outs here. So I'm a little wary of taking any, like, larger positions here. Just kind of being patient watching. Let's jump over to, oh, not that one, to Mama Bear. So Mama Bear has just been struggling to do anything for a long time. That whenever this video way back here we were making, oh, are we finally breaking down? When you get DMI coming up into the power zone above 26, that's something you have to take forward. That is very important. DMI is not a very fast indicator either. And you can see that it's remained very dominant since that November 16th read up here on this candle. Also breaking the 21 EMA, which it was bouncing off of a bunch of times in this whole little rally starting in late September. So a little change of behavior with the DMI confirming that change, and it's been kind of nasty ever since then. We do have a nice support zone right here on these 618 lines, these two red horizontals, and then the 200 and 377. So there's a lot of support right here. The problem with this chart a little bit for bulls is it's kind of like a flag, but I don't know if I would call this a flag because it's like halfway or like a third down. Usually flags consolidate like down kind of like this or something, right? Whoa, little extra line. You know, like I don't know if this counts as a flag. So outside of odd formations that might be there or not, really all we need is these EMAs in the 618 zone. And looking left, you can see all this consolidation. And if we zoom out a little bit on the weekly, it's way more apparent. Right here, you can see kind of all this pivot business, and we're just right back in it. Not really. It's a little bit bearish leaning because the weekly is on DMI. We do have a 20 over 26 read right here, and we have not seen one of those on Bitcoin weekly in a long time. We got a couple one-offs here in March, which will be the Corona crash, and then having to go all the way back to November 2018. Back over here after if y'all were around, and this time this was super slow burn, slow bleed before finally breaking down into the abyss. You know, that's Bitcoin does like to test that weekly 200 exponential and trends. It's actually arguably been on that. This is the first plot of it here in its inception. It's actually been on that riding that for a long time, this whole rally. And, you know, just to put that in perspective, that shit's all the way down here at like 18K. So a lot of people I hear say that there's no chance it goes below, you know, 40 or 30 again, blah, 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 whatever. That's hogwash. Bitcoin can do a lot of crazy things. And in every cycle, it has gone down, you know, 80 to 90% every single time. So is this time different? Yeah, well, I don't like to say that. If you're familiar with that term, those are usually famous last words for your P&L, for sure. Anyway, I'm not saying that's happening right now. There is one thing, though, that is kind of pointing that direction, possibly if the bulls don't get their ass in gear. And it's not present on Ethereum yet, so that's a good sign as it's been a leader. But it is present on Mama Bear. And let's clean this chart up a little bit. Let's take off the indicators and just look at our drawings. Actually, whoops, I meant the other way around. Drawings. We want the indicators. All right, so weekly on this actually happened on both. I think we mentioned it on the last video that we didn't want spot to carry over and do this, but it did end up doing it. We got the open and close below the 21 EMA. And whenever that happens, that has marked at least a temporary little cycle. Pretty much every time it's happened. I mean, you can see this one here, and it usually went and tested like the 55 generally. So you can see right here, open and close, and it worked a little bit, its way down a little bit more, about 20% to the 55. Where are we at now? Oh, almost about the same number. So open and close weeklies have marked major trend changes in Bitcoin. And yeah, I know a lot of people aren't going to like this, but I don't put on bull goggles. I just trade. I'm not all the way hopium it never goes down camp, like a lot of people seem to be across all markets too. It's not even just crypto. Anyway, let's go back in time here a little bit. Here's an open and close on the weekly. It was immediately followed through. Look, even before Corona crash, you got a little signal. Open and close below 21, which is this yellow line here. That's just a 21 EMA, super simple, easy peasy. Open and close below that, and it had the death candle right after that of about 52%. That's kind of a one-off outlier. You did have this one here. It did open and close. It did open way at the bottom end of this range. It did have a rally. Ultimately got rejected around the shorter term MAs. As it loves to do this little rally thing off this purple line is called the Mama. And it really loves to do this. We've talked about this a lot in the show, on the channel, about just riding up the Mama a lot. The most recent example actually was right over here. Look at this. Kind of breach faked out and rode right along. I mean, it couldn't ride along it any better than it did. So that does happen a lot. Let's turn these drawings back off just to get this point across. Ultimately, it did make lower lows, though. And it looks about 20% again. Interesting. So it looks about 20% has been the average so far, except for this one-off on the Corona crash. And then let's go all the way back to 2018. We can see here an open and close. Doji type candle, too. It did have a rally into the shorter term EMAs. It ultimately did get rejected still, though. So even after a rally of about 35-ish%, we still did make lower lows over in the overall structure at about 20%. And ultimately, this was a really nasty, this entered in a official bear market here over the next couple of years before it was able to get out of that, with after that signal about 61% to the downside. Scrolling back, look at this respect on these 21 EMAs. I mean, look at this. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. All the way, look at this. Beautiful. And then let's go back some mo. Even in this shorter term right here, when it got this little fake out, as soon as it opened, closed below it, it had more downside. So there's wow, how funny. I've never measured all of these. 20% again. Very interesting. Open and close. I guess splitting hairs here. I mean, this one kind of did it. It's really damn close. I mean, it's like 20 bucks off is close enough. That is generally what I like to say. But if we want to be real technical, whatever, we'll use this one. And, there's another 25% even after that. And ultimately, it marked the top cycle here. And, splitting hairs, is that open, close? Close is close enough. See, that's where you get in trouble. It actually technically wasn't an open and close by about, what is that, $5, not even, whatever. Immediately engulfed, though, so maybe we can count this if we want to not be super sticklers about it, a full body, which generally is better practice, but quick reversal there, so maybe we can just count that one as like kind of the only instance of not really lower prices. And back over here, it doesn't really matter. Bitcoin, like, no one cared, no one traded it, it wasn't even existing, and you can see these EMAs were just barely getting plotted in this kind of year, early in 2012, so not really much to pull off of that. I could pull up BLX, I guess, if I really wanted to, but we'll just keep it at that. That makes my point. So, as you can see, open and close below 21 EMA is not good for Mama Bear. Oh, what are you signaling me for? On the Dow, huh? Oh, yeah, Dow's about to try to break down here. All right, interesting. Anyway, Scott, you retracted your message, bro? Why'd you retract your message, bro? Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that, bro? Anyway, wow, I've already been talking for a while. I don't know how long I did the intro music for with my Santa Claus Bitcoin. Anyway, happy holidays to all, by the way. So, bad thing for Bitcoin. That's my biggest concern. I don't like it. The best thing about it is we're still right above the mama right here. So that is the last line of defense. Last of the Mohicans there. I even think if we get back below 44,000 on this structure, because on the daily you can see all this major support. Let's get our drawings back here. You can see all this major support, and I think anything back below like 44,000 is probably going to get us to test down here at like 38K. It was dumb. Fair enough. CVNA, Carvana. Oh, you want me to look at some tickers, advanced auto? Oh, yeah, okay. We can do that here in a sec. It's an interesting one. I don't think I've ever heard you ask about car stuff. All right, anyway, back to Bitcoin, Mama Bear. The one thing that is decent about the bulls is we are consolidating right here. I do kind of like that. I don't like the lower highs, lower lows. I mean, it's all the way since mid-November. We do have a pretty steep trend line here, so if this does break, or it will eventually, when this does break and price just kind of goes through it, we probably will get a pretty decent move. And that's going to be, I think, the ultimate test for the bulls to see if they can get back above like 55K. Seems to be about the level that's going to be super important right now. Let's go to Ethereum, because Ethereum's a little bit better on the weekly. As we can see, the weekly open and close, we are well above it. We actually went right to it, bounced off of it like the Jesus man, very hard. And it doesn't exactly follow the 21 thing as well as Bitcoin, but it definitely does exist. You can see it back here, downside. You can see it right here, a little bit more downside, fake out. I guess it is kind of like Bitcoin's. So 21 weekly EMAs is very, very important in crypto. And I use it for just general trends. I also think it's good to add for, that's from the chat. Okay. I also think it's good for DCAing. I really think it's dangerous to blindly DCA. I'm going to go on a little rant here real quick. I really think it's dangerous to blindly DCA. I see a lot of these groups I'm in, and some of them are managed by good friends of mine, and they're like, I'm buying the dip, I'm buying the dip, I'm buying the dip, and they've been saying that for weeks now, and they just keep buying the dip, even though we're down, whatever, 10, 20, 30%, depending on which coin you're looking at, maybe more. And what I like to do is for dip buying is add in a medium to longer term EMA. So maybe people use all kinds of different ones, 20 simple moving average. I like the 21 EMA. I've seen people use 30, whatever, somewhere between like 20 and 50 pretty much. and then only really DCA when the weekly is below that. And then that'll keep you out of these manic areas. Because what I was telling my friend in that chat was, I was like, you have to add something. Because, like, what if you just onboarded, someone just got orange pilled, like, in the last couple of months, let's say, and you're just DCAing all this stuff? Well, that's cool, but your average price, let's just assume you did it every day, same amount, your average price is going to be about $4,200, right? So that's not great. You're not down a whole lot, but it's not great. You're down 10% and it's going sideways and it's making you mad because it's not going to the moon yet. And then what if it starts to break down and we do go into a bear market right now and we go down another 30% and you keep doing it? Like, it's just really stressful. And just adding one little simple thing that you don't have to pay for TradingView or anything else. There's, Clark Moody and Crypto Watch and even free TradingView account. You can pretty much put a 21 or a moving average of your choice, on the chart, and just kind of use that to manage it. And I'm not a financial advisor. I don't give a shit what you do with your money. Go all in at the top for all I care, but I'm just saying it keeps the stress level a little bit better. All right, let's just move on because who cares? That's from the chat. Oh my God, now we got houses. Holy moly, donut shop. All right, so back to Ethereum. Back to the Ether. God dang, dude, who's putting all these from the chat? Jesus Christ, they better send some money to the tip jar. I'm just kidding. Wink, wink. Same thing, Ethereum, downtrend, lower highs, lower lows. It just kind of, it looks a little bit better, but, I mean, breaching this. Bulls are at the last line of defense here, in my humble opinion. And it is interesting coming to retest kind of the previous high. So as long as and look at this red box that we drew on here all the way back in September. This thing is very relevant. It's getting bid up every time it comes to it, with one little flash one off here, which was like for like 10-20 minutes or something. It was below there, but anyway, pretty interesting, trying to stay above these VWAP local lows. On ETH, it's okay as long as it's kind of above about 39. Below 39, we probably go test 36, 37 again. And then breaching this box right here, this is the last line of defense. We start closing these 458s below here, which is about an 8-hour. I would start to get real concerned about the overall crypto market because Bitcoin, or because of Ethereum, Unicorn Man has been leading a lot of this market. So I would start to get real concerned of some further downside, some nasty further downside if we start breaching 3,600 again. Then I'd probably be looking for 33-ish, this next stop. And conversely to the upside, let's go to the daily. We really got to get all the way back over like 42. I mean, let's look at weekly. Yeah, about 4,200 is kind of the number. 420, hell yeah. 4,200, we definitely got to get above that kind of level. That seems to be the major overhead resistance point as of now. So 39.42, it's kind of neutral as hell. Sub 39 probably goes into this box again, and it better hold up. And again, the more times we touch the box, the more likely it breaks it. So we don't want to keep testing it like we have been. And we still are making lower highs and lower lows on the daily. So not super great yet. Bull's got a lot of work to do. There ain't no denying that. Litecoin, a lot of these are going to be kind of shitty. I mean, nasty price action. Already got cut in half since mid-November. About a month ago. Gosh, this looks terrible. Consolidating below the 377 on a daily. I don't like this. This is trash below 88, 89 cents. Don't like it. Not sexy. Oh man, XLM looks even worse. Yeah, maybe there's a little bounce in here. Let me get some oscillators going. Man, I'm not touching anything for these on longs. Not until I see Bitcoin get out of this slump in Ethereum. Oh man, dude, this is brutal. These are not good. These are not good looking charts. ETC, maybe it gets a little bounce here. You can see like this wick. Little tail consolidation before the ultra mega FOMO pump. Yeah, sub $40. This thing is just not very sexy for bulls. Man, it looks like all these alts are kind of in the same zone here. Sub $29. Not very sexy. Bulls, it looks like they're trying to come in. Let's zoom in a little bit. Yeah, bulls are trying. They're attempting right here with this engulfing candle. You know, maybe on the shortest time frame, above 25.50, might get us a little push and attempt to go up here and touch 30. Kind of looks like maybe that's in the cards. But again, with Mama Bear and stuff, I'm not looking down, and Ethereum kind of looking down. I'm not really caring about altcoins right now. Because altcoins, if you don't know what altcoins do, let me just show you XRP, because that's a good one. You know what altcoins do when they start giving it up? It gets pretty nasty. I mean, here's just an example of how nasty it can get and how fast it can happen. Corona, 77%. Let's go to one that's not a one-off. Let's go to the last mega cycle. You can kind of see that. Look at this. Boom. Up here, super mega pump. And then it just bled out for well over a year. I'm already at 469 days, 90% drawdown. So don't think it can't happen again, because it likely will. All right, ADA, Link, whatever. I mean, these are just getting worked by these short-term moving averages. There's just not anything bullish yet. You know, it's not great, man. It is not great. Low time frames, bulls are trying to get hard and go ham, but man, they got so much work to do. Consolidating underneath this box and all these lows, I mean, not sexy. I mean, there could be some, like, this one's interesting because it's right at the horizontal. You know, maybe BCH right around 400 is okay. This one looks a little bit better, but still kind of nasty. All the EMAs are crossed. I mean, ooh, and the daily just crossed the 377. Ugh, yeah, pretty gnarly. BSV, trash. Bitcoin, or Satoshi, he's really Satoshi. Pump it, bitch. Just kidding, no one cares about that. Brutal, just gave it all up. That's what this little pump was. Some court thing. And you know what? Who cares about news, right? Look at this. I'll just give you the example. Horizontal right around here. Badow. Horizontal right around there, and it's like it just bounced off of it like it has 1, 2, 3. Got front run right there, but 3, 4, maybe 5 here. 5 times maybe. So, there's another one over here. Little cluster of bodies. So, TA usually trumps everything. Anyway. Yeah, so maybe BCH, BSV are kind of like on these bottom consolidations. XMR is also kind of in a similar spot right on this previous high, and all these touches right here. So maybe, but again, I'm waiting for Mama Bear to do something, because otherwise these are all just too sloppy for me. Oof, Dash. Bleh. Hex had a phenomenal run here. Beautiful pump. Hex likes to pump when the markets go down, so now we're up here all the way at the top of this trend line. Do we get resistance here? Probably so. I'm probably looking for this to come back into the upper teens, and we'll have to see what happens there. But pretty nice. A little pampage there all the way down from... Oh, that's a double up from December 9th at about 12 cents. Not too shabby. All right, let's go to equities. Equities, after the Fed meeting, it was amazing. Everything was awesome, except it's not really awesome anymore because it gave up all those gains after this little pump fest on the overnight session. You can see here through the overnight Euro session, everybody's like, hell yeah. And then as the U.S. market starts to wake up, it's like, oh, hell no. It just has given up all of this from yesterday pretty much, or not quite all of it, but a good chunk of it. This is a funky kind of pattern up here. Just keeping it simple, because this is a little bit harder to digest, but keeping it simple on these bodies. I mean, as long as it's above like 46.50, it's okay. I mean, it's not too scary. It's real sloppy on the oscillators, so that's not nice. And I guess, you know, the market's a little spooked about mega tapering and all the rate hikes and all that, which has been known for a while. I mean, just since like the summer, I'm pretty sure they already knew all that. So when it starts to really happen, I think at the beginning of next year, really ramp up with the tapering and all that. And then if they actually do hike rates in June or whatever, maybe because, hiking rates, if we go back to the last time they did that, which is 2018, we got to go kind of far back here. Where are we at? Oh, that's too far. Not that far. Was around here and it led to this big ass crash. So, oh man, I don't know. It's a little bit scary. I know it's not easy to hold up here. I'd really like to see the daily get above this 47.40 area, and then I would feel a lot better about being long in just general equities and stuff. Right now, it's just Slopfest 3000. NASDAQ has given it all up 2.5 or almost whatever, and given all of that shit up. Rejection up here again. This is actually kind of ugly. Let's zoom in a little bit. Oof. Look at that. Right up to this horizontal level. Man, it's like TA works or something. Right to this horizontal rejection. Are we going to get bid up here? That would actually be good if we could do that, because we've got like maybe an ascending triangle. Oh my gosh. No, it's not. Maybe an ascending triangle possibly building up here into Santa Claus rally, which is already next week. My God, which is about right here. So maybe go to the moon. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. Anything back below this level here at 15.8, I would be real concerned for bulls on NASDAQ. But just chop fest 3000, man. This is brutal. You do not like this if you're a Momo trader. You're like, what the hell, man? Up, down, up, down, up, down. If you're a quick trader, scalper, intraday, all that stuff, even intra-week, you're definitely loving this. Dow I actually like a little bit better because it's above this 35.7-ish area. As long as it's above 35.650, 35.7, this actually looks pretty constructive for the bulls. I like these kind of resets on the 3-hour. Even on the daily, it's starting to reset too. So I kind of like that. I like that, actually. Back below 35.650-ish. I have to start getting concerned, maybe for a little swing low around here to 35.2-ish, but not too shabby on the Dow. I love this last week's candle close through all these EMAs and back up here. See if we can get this candle to close a little bit sexier than this kind of indecision one, which we'll know tomorrow. And it's actually OPEX tomorrow, I do believe, as well. Yes, it is. All right, Russell. Same thing, giving it up like NASDAQ. So it looks like the Dow and ES are looking a little bit better. And the Dow actually led some of the upside and downside of the fall. And not the fall like down, the fall as in the season. So that's interesting point there. So we'll just have to kind of see if this can hold this horizontal 35.6 handle. And Russell is, again, look at this crap. I mean, Jesus Christ. We've talked about this ad nauseum this year on these videos. I mean, to the point of frustration of like, man, this thing is just ping-ponging all freaking day. Ping, 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 pong, pong, pong. I mean, Jesus Christ. Here we are again. It's like this little thing didn't even happen. Here we are freaking again at this little range that it's bounced off of like 8,000 times. And we are still respecting this trend line somehow, even after this false breakout. Look at this. This rally literally went right up to it, rejected, went right back to this level. I mean, this is ridiculous on the Russell. It really is. And if we go to the weekly, you can really see this chop fest. I mean, look at this crap, man. We are below the Mama, which is interesting. I actually did not notice that before. So that does not bode well for bulls on the rut. Okay. Well. Man, if we get a weekly close below 2160, which has not really been able to happen. Oh, I guess this one is like 2158 or something. Whatever. So if we get in a close below this body, let's just call it 2150, whatever. Give us a little room. We get a close below there, we probably will come down and test this horizontal, which we haven't done in a long time, at the 2060 area. Interesting. Man, oh shit, is this an giant H pattern on Russell? Oh my god, that would be absolute insanity. God, it's so damn hot and humid here. What is this crap? That would be absolute insanity if this is a big H pattern. Oh, man, a daily close, and it's right on this trend line in the 200. Wow, this is actually really interesting. If we got it back above 2260, man, this thing would probably just take off and immediately just bust to 2340 and probably 2400 if we could get back above here relatively soon. That's the cool thing about H patterns. You can't lollygag down here for a while because then it just invalidates the pattern. It pretty much is going to happen within the week. Pretty much next week, really. So that's interesting. We might see that play out. And to the downside for H patterns, again, that's putting us over here at that 2150 area. So very interesting there. What is industrial or transportation's looking like? Very neutral, man. Super, super neutral right here. Can't really get a read off of that. VIX coming back to this trend line. It looks like it's kind of struggling to me now. Yeah, it looks like a little struggly McStrugglesons. Why? Dude, what is wrong with TradingView? Why? Look, this is not where this orange line is. Look. I'll zoom out. And then it moves it down. That's where it's supposed to be already. See? Orange line. And then I go to 3 hour. Super, super weird. Why is someone knocking on my door right now? What the fuck, dude? No, I don't want to be solicited. Damn solicitors. All right. Don't need that right now. Sorry about that. Wow, it's already been 40 minutes, dude. What the absolute hell? All right. Where was I? Sorry. VIX. All right. Yeah, kind of just back, giving all this up. I mean, there's nothing really to read on that. This is a little more interesting. VVIX is right here on this horizontal. Oh, excuse me. Damn, why won't this fill? Give me a fill, Phil. Give me a fill, Phil. Been trying to get filled on this Intel position, but they don't want to let me get in. I actually really like when that happens, when the market maker makes it difficult for me to get my position on. Usually bodes well for those. Anyway, VVIX. Kind of nice bounce off of this. trend line. If it starts getting back below 115, maybe we can start looking for just massive market moves to the upside. Oil, just after the big dump fest, kind of consolidating back above the trend line and the 200. So that's actually kind of nice. And getting worked by the 21. But, I mean, this looks like bulls are trying to flip it around. Yeah, if they're going to do it, it's probably going to happen pretty soon. Any moves over 73, like real low 73 handle, I could see a move probably at about $75, and then we'll have to reassess. But looks like we're kind of done with this little scare here. I guess I don't remember. Oh, was this the stupid? What were they attributing this to? Some COVID, the new COVID thing. Everybody's gonna die again or whatever. Blah blah blah. Stupid. Anyway, net gas. Ooh, net gas doesn't look as good. I mean, if it's anywhere, if it's like winter like it is here, or pretend winter down here in Texas, dude, it's been like 80, 90 degrees in December. It sucks. It's been like Seattle here for the last week or so. Just 90% humidity. It's 80. It's really gross. I don't remember a summer like, or summer. It feels like summer. I don't remember a winter like this. It's garbage. Anyway, if this is going to be how it is everywhere in the country, where we're going to have mild winters, and then this is probably going to keep getting monkey hammered. Kind of nasty here. This is kind of flagging out on the bottom. Going back below 365 probably gets us to 330s. And above 4 probably gets us a little bit higher. Bonds, they're still squeezing, man. Let's look. Looks like we've got a little trend line that has formed here. Yes. So, man, as long as we're kind of riding up this, that bodes well. Adds to the VVIX pop narrative, too. So that's interesting. Higher highs, higher lows on bonds. Uh-oh. This looks like an inverted head and shoulders right here. Let me draw a little pattern. Ba-dow, ba-dow, ba-dow. Oh, my God, that's real sloppy, but whatever. You get the point. What's this measured move? About 130s. Not bad. That would actually put it into turnaround territory if it started doing that. Interesting. This is indicative of a basing pattern right here for sure. TNX kind of getting worked down here. Dollars pump fake yesterday. Looked really good, like it was going to break out. Getting rejected so far. Euro is kind of attempting to base here too. I've been thinking about nibbling on some Euro. I'm just kind of waiting here. Do like how it's clustering. Look, it's kind of clustering like right on this previous cluster zone. Double clusters. Let's go to the weekly real quick. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, just tight consolidation. You know, you got 12 half and 13 half until we get out of that range. It's just chilling. German markets, stupid, like the Russell, whatever. Shanghai is actually attempting to break out. Man, if it gets back above this horizontal up here, which it looks like it kind of wants, have to get that daily above this nasty candle, this little shooting star candle, at about 369 or so. Hell yeah. Then if we can get over open and close above that, that gives us a good chance to breach this upper side. Bullish on China. Oh, dang. Gold. Gold is okay, I'm glad we got here. Gold. Very interesting here. If this daily closes like this, above about 1795, it gives us a pretty decent chance of rallying up here to probably like 1820-ish. Then we'll see if we can kind of stay above this trend line and be a semi-false breakdown. That would actually look really good for gold. And if we go to the 2-day, which is one of my more favorite time frame. Oh, that does close today. So on the 2-day, I'd actually like to see it maybe even get above 1800. That would be extra sexy. We got above 1800. I'd say 1820, 1830 becomes very likely in this consolidation here. I mean, very, very quiet on gold. It's compressing. There's going to be a pretty large move from this. Silver, right to the horizontal base here, trying to get back above this horizontal. The next one at 2250, that's been a line in the sand for a long time, so really got to get a few open and close dailies on that before we can kind of get excited. Platinum, just maybe we're turning around here. It kind of did that the last time we hit 888. area. The 888s. It's a lucky number. But man, sub 950-ish. I don't know. I can't really get too excited about it. Palladium, man, 11% move off this bottom. That's very interesting. But we are in the middle of no man's land, so you can kind of get these dead cat bounces. And it's just right up to the damn consolidation, so whatever. GDX, pretty good here. I like this reaction. I like this candle. Above 30 bucks, it's okay, but really needs to get back above this horizontal. GDXJ, kind of same thing. All right, we're done with all those. We don't need to talk about that. All right, let me go look at RUT real quick because I do have a position on in that. Oh, rallied, and then is giving it all back up. Interesting. I might have to take that position off now. Yep, actually, I think I am. That's a rejection, but it is high or low. We'll see what it does right here. We lose this again, this 2165 area. I'm just doing some little intraday stuff. All right, here we go to these damn chat requests. God dang. I'm just kidding. Let me load up actually one of my other charts so I can see this ticker. The dirty rut. Yeah, boy. All right. Do that. Oh, shut up. All right. Man, yeah, don't like this engulfing candle right here. It's my favorite candle setup right there. All right, anyway, let's go down this list. We've got Carvana. We got car stuff. Car crap. Let's see. I hate this place, Carvana. What a joke. All right, I'm glad the market thinks it's a joke, too. Absolute brutal. 25% just in the last 3 days. Holy shit. Oh, brutal. Let's go weekly. I mean, this is breaking trend on this week. Bulls got to rally all the way back above 250. For that to not look so shitty. Wow. Yeah, this chitty bang bang, dude. This is a terrible chart. I mean, and what sucks too about it is there's nothing really to do. I mean, it's already had kind of the move. The premium's going to be juicy as hell now. I mean, this is like, yeah, I don't know, man. Maybe it bounces here. It's got some horizontal support in this cluster right about where we are now at like 200, but I don't know. With this weekly like this, it's going to need, unless you're already short, yeah, I mean, there's not really anything you can do with it. There's no way shorting down here is a high probability trade. So, yeah, I don't know. Carvana is a hurry up and wait. I don't really have much to say on that one, except that it's breaking trend right now. You can see even on the monthly, we're attempting to break the 21. So, yeah, not very good. Sonic Automotive. Sonic the Hedgehog Automotive? I didn't know he did that. This one looks a lot better. Above 41 bucks, it looks fine. That's long-term trend. Daily above 45, as long as it's holding about about 44. It looks okay, but it is. I don't really like to take trades between the 377 and the 200. It's just it's like 50-50 shots when you're between those. So really, I wouldn't even mess with this until it's either back above 50 or on the short side back below 44. So, oh yeah, here it goes. It's happening. I'm going to have to probably do that. You bastard! All right, let's go to CarMax, KMX. Was CMX already taken? I'm just curious. I guess it was. Catalyst Media Group with their garbage-ass chart and $8 of volume per day. Just wondering why they picked K. Anyway, okay, here we go. Yeah, this looks okay. Looks like we need a weekly. It's kind of a sloppy chart. Is there not much volume on this? No, there isn't a whole lot of volume on this. It's okay right on the 21. It's usually found support here. It's still making higher lows, higher highs on the weekly, so that's nice. And let's see here. Yeah, so that's nice. Volatility flash here. I don't consider this the big move that you usually get from vol flashes. See when the last one we had was right here. Oh, yeah. Here's the last vol flash right before a 62% downside move. And here's another one sideways. It ended up breaking out 10, but it ended up crashing 32. And then there's a whole bunch of choppiness fest in here, so those aren't super useful. But yeah, the most recent one was right before Corona. Man, you do have to be a little bit cautious. The Bears are trying to get a stranglehold right now on the daily, so. And there's earnings next week too. Yeah, this is probably no go for me with earnings around the corner. And then we're also going into Christmas week. That's always a really slow trading week. Not very much volume. People on vacations, all that crap, blah, blah, blah. So, a lot of trading. I'm just going to be cleaning up some losers for tax stuff. And pretty much going to be real light for the remainder of the year, because the last week or two of December are generally real hard to trade in. The volume's lower and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, there's no way I would hold this through the new year either. Probably long or to the short side. See what the earnings do, but weekly's still okay though. Just for major trends above like 135, the weekly's still all right. All right, what else do we got? AZO. Oh, that out chart was epic. Yep, still epic. Wow. Yeah, I remember looking at this last year. Oh, excuse me. You remember looking at this last year, it was like, damn, that chart looks stupid. I just I thought it was stupid back over here. I just re-looked. This is a freaking $2,000 stock, man. What the absolute hell? That is crazy, dude. That is so crazy. You are getting extreme readings on historical vol, so that's getting close probably to the end of this move here on this cycle. There's no way I would be buying this, not even with your ex's money. It ain't happening for me on that. Wow, this is insanity. Holy crap, dude. I mean, let's look at the monthly on this. Jesus Christ. It just goes up, consolidates for like 5 years, goes up, consolidates for like 5 years, goes up, consolidates for 5 years, goes up. AutoZone, man, what the hell? All right, that's insanity. I mean, this thing is just in price discovery. We do have vol flashes. I mean, I'm not touching this thing, like I said, with your ex's money. It's still bullish above, I guess, 1900-ish, pretty much. I mean, this is like freaking Amazon stock price level shit. Yeah, I mean, above like 1900, it looks okay. That's pretty much all you can do on this. Moving on. AAP. I prefer Advanced Auto Parts over AutoZone. Oh, looks like it kind of has the same pattern. Go up, consolidate, go up, consolidate. Although a lot more violent on Advanced. Man, a lot of resistance here at like 245. Above 245, though, you go into blue sky breakout, and it's bullish until it ain't. So, what would change my mind for bulls on this? Breaking 230. We start getting below 230. Then you have to watch out that this is creating a lower high, and then probably would make a lower low if we start getting below 230. Anything obviously above 245, good to go. Innovation Homes, huh? What is this? Above 41-ish looks fine. Let's go weekly. Weekly looks fine. Also, 41 handle is confirmed on the weekly. So above 41 handle, no really worries there. Let's zoom in a little bit. Yeah, I don't even see anything really on the 3-hour. Like Bears tried to, but I mean that's nothing on a 3-hour. So really, this one is also blue skying. So until it's back below like 41 flat, I mean it still looks pretty damn good on this one. Oh boy, AMH. This one looks good. I like the reset dividend payment out of the way. Let's see. Yeah, kind of lost momentum on the weekly. No momentum on the daily. So that is a little concerning. There is no momentum on the oscillators, like at all. Even up on the weekly. So that kind of sucks. So we kind of have to default to horizontals, which is going to be about, weird, 41 as well. That's odd. Okay, so 41. Yeah, it's okay at 41. Back below there, you know, maybe we come back and test this very well-respected 39 handle. But overall, it doesn't look too shabby. Let's go to monthly. Yeah, I mean, it's still in an uptrend, so... Yeah, no problems. Above 40, 41 bucks, it looks okay. Really needs to get a couple daily open and closes above this 42.50 for some nice, good blue sky breakout mode. Which it's kind of building towards there. Just a little concern on the oscillators, that's all. So maybe it's just range bound for a while. We could kind of probably box it out like this, something like that, until we're kind of out of that range. It's kind of whatever. DH, the Horton. Yeah, housing has been doing really good the last couple of months. We had a lot of signals on our some of our November videos on my stock screener we looked at. You know, we're looking really good. Yeah, DH Horton is kind of nice. The only thing we got to watch out for is a false breakout. I don't see any signs of that quite yet. Yeah, it looks pretty damn good. I don't have any issues with this as long as we're above the pretty much 100 flat. Above 100, it looks perfectly intact, and it is in blue sky breakout mode. So, you know, and stuff like this, like how I like to do blue skies, I like to just kind of ratchet up using the weeklies for horizontals, kind of like the previous week or whatever, and like the structure, which is about here. Oh, man, actually, let's do a measured move. There is a W pattern on this guy right here, which we can do a measured move on, which puts us up right here at about 120. So we do have a little bit of a target at 120. Let's see if fib is also giving a line up with that. Oh, it is. Look at that. The fib 1618 extension is right at 124. So we'll kind of we'll split that between the pattern and the fib extension. So, oh, crap. Oops. Hold on. I accidentally deleted it. Oh my god, I did it again. I'm trying to lock it, and then I'm trying to delete this one. There we go. So yeah, we do have a pretty good target right here. Staying above 100 bucks, probably we do work up to 120-ish over time. That's probably the best chart that I've looked at so far. FND. I don't like this one as much. It's kind of starting to turn into a rounded top formation with this ugly candle right here. Sub 136. I don't like this chart. The bears look like they're trying to get a little bit of a hold on this. Yeah, 136 also on the daily. And the bears are, again, trying to get dominance here. So not really liking this one. Price needs to get back above like that mid 130 level for me to kind of get back on this one. You know, maybe if you want to be real ballsy, buying around this zone, it does seem to bounce off the 21. But I don't know, man. Momentum is gone. And then the daily is kind of a little bit concerning. And you do have this little trend line right here, so if you want to keep it easy peasy, as long as it's kind of riding that trend line, who cares? Market's liking used cars better than new car vending machines. Yeah, new car vending machines, lame. Although they are putting used cars in there too. I mean, I guess they're all used, right? But, well, all the cars in the Carvana thing are all used. Oh, give me 1 second here. Yeah, it looks like we're breaking down here. Oh, it did. Shit. I thought I had an alert on there, but I guess I didn't. I guess I did not. I guess I did not. Oh, that's nasty. I gotta let that go. What is that price? 55 or something? I don't know, whatever. This market's tight enough. All right, get out of that. Yeah, the new car vending machines, dude. Even those guys and the dealers I see them at auctions. Like they're buying shit cars at the auction and fixing them to put on their lot. It's pretty funny, man. All right. Anyway, what are we are? We're at Home Depot. Home Depot. Don't like this top. This is a topping pattern right here. Don't like that. Weekly still looks good. Man, anything back below this, like 395-ish, it's probably going to this consolidation area. All the momentum just got sucked out too. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of that chart for the long side anymore. When I start seeing something like this, let's assume I was in this for a while, like riding this. When I start seeing this kind of pattern and just sideways, momentum getting sucked out, RSI starting to turn around, I probably will take off some of my position because we're starting to breach the 21 EMA, which it hasn't done since early October. So that is a little bit change of behavior. And weekly's still okay. Also agreeing with about that 3090. It's just a little bit lower, about 3090. 3090. I mean 390. And we do have a gap here, and gaps do love to get filled. So maybe we'll fill this gap and resume the uptrend. But I would be wary of this consolidation, kind of distribution-esque looking pattern for a gap fill down here. Alrighty, I'm wrapping this biatch up. We're going to Mama Bear for the final countdown. Here we are, Mama Bear. Barely holding on. Kind of nasty. Lower highs, lower lows, below most of the short-term EMAs, but then right above the long ones in the 618 retracements and the previous extension from over here. And so we're just chilling. And until it really gets back above this trend line, I can't really get too super bullish or even slightly bullish right now. I'm still neutral to bearish on crypto. Same with Ethereum. Look at this rallying right to the underbelly of the trend line. Starting to look more like it's going to get rejected here. Yeah, look at this. So much resistance. Lower highs, too, on the 458. We do have a similar trend line. Kind of like this. Oh, that's actually a little bit more like that. Ooh, yeah. Gross. If we close this candle like this, rejection, and get back below 4K, it's probably going to go back and test. Oh, hold on. Let's see what a 618 would be around. Probably about the tops of here at about 39-ish. 38, 70, 39. And again, like I said at the beginning of the video, we start breaching, though, below 39. I do think we're going to come back and test down here. And anything back below 36, 37 is going to be pretty nasty for crypto. And I would start looking for some pretty big flush out moves if we start breaching 3,600 on Ethereum, because it seems to be the leader here. So, and same thing, maybe if Bitcoin does it first, if it starts breaching 44K, yeah, you're probably looking for upper 30s if we see that again. So, in a little precarious spot here, kind of nasty, tapering, crazy stuff. We've got wild stuff over here in markets giving up all of their gains from yesterday. And even NASDAQ is setting up to engulf yesterday's candle. So, kind of nasty, man. And again, the end of the year trading is really difficult. It's almost worth just taking the last 2 weeks off of every year and just clean up your portfolio in early December and then just hang out with your family or whatever you like to do around the holidays and then come back fresh after the New Year's. That is very good practice, generally speaking. So to each his own. Do whatever the hell you want. All right, guys. Much love. That's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to clean up a lot of stuff tomorrow. And kind of just go from there. But much love, guys. I'll see y'all. Will I do one tomorrow? Yeah, I'll probably hit one up tomorrow early in the morning, like before lunchtime, and then we'll go from there. And other than that, have yourself a wonderful, awesome day, and we'll see y'all soon. Peace.